welcome to another vlog. I'm outside because today I have 6 children in my house and they're really noisy and I can't read a thing, so they're really easy to look after and they take care of themselves, but they're just loud. They're just really, really loud. So I'm going to start Fruit of the Drunken Tree. This has been on my radar for so long and the Booktube Prize has reminded me of it, so I got it from the library. Let's talk about the book. It's written by a Colombian woman. It doesn't say whether this is her debut novel or not, but anyway, very cool. We're in Colombia with Pablo Escobar. Hey James, you cool? Child that doesn't know what to do. Remember that school holidays being so boring? Yeah. Despite having 5 other kids here to play with. Right, so we're in Colombia, Pablo Escobar. So we've got a 7-year-old who lives in a gated community in Bogota. So she's not exposed to much of the ghetto life, I suppose. But then her mother hires Patrona, who's a maid that lives in with her. Anyway, her maid comes from a guerrilla-occupied slum. And she comes to live in with them, and there's also mystery surrounding her. So yeah, this 7-year-old chulo gets involved with Patrona the maid and things start to go down. So yeah, I don't know. I've not watched all the Pablo Escobar shows on TV or anything like that, so I don't really know much about all of this stuff, but it's intriguing enough. So yeah, I'm gonna lay out here and read it in the sun and let you know my thoughts as I go through.
Is that a gum nut?
Yeah, it is a gum nut. Oh, it's so cool. You're finding awesome collection. Let's do the first line test. She sits in a plastic chair in front of a brick wall, slouching. She's meek with her hair parted down the middle. There are almost no lips to be seen, but by the way she bares her teeth, you can tell she's smiling. At first, the smile seems flat, but the more I study it, the more it seems careless and irresponsible. There is a bundle in her arms and a hole for the newborn's face, which comes out red and wrinkled like an old person's. I know it's a boy because of the blue ribbon woven into the blanket edge. Then I stare at the man behind Patrona. He is afroed? He's afroed. What is that word? And striking, weighing his cursed hand on her shoulder. I know what he's done, and it turns my stomach. But who am I to say whom Patrona should allow into a family portrait such as this? Ooh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, I love it. I just don't know what afraid means. Let me find out. If you were confused about whether I was truly a white Australian, then the fact that I didn't know what afroed meant really seals the deal, I think. No afros around here. Okay, I'm really excited to read on. This is going to be great. I can feel it in my waters. So I'm 8 pages in, so this is totally not a spoiler, so don't freak out. But the drunken tree is actually a tree, and it was used in an ancient drink that makes people drunk, I guess. Make people, what is it, lose their free will or something. Yeah, has the unique ability of taking people's free will. So the flowers are poisonous and this little girl's mother has planted it in her yard for some unknown reason. And yeah, so it's actually a tree. I was wondering whether it symbolized something, or I don't even know if you can hear me with all this wind. But it's actually a tree. So I guess the fruit of the drunken tree, yeah, I guess we have to work out how that ties in. But yeah, I was interested to see that it's actually a tree. Okay. It's great writing, by the way. I'm really loving it. had to see what Pablo Escobar looks like. So the next shot you see will be the man, just in case you are wondering too. Well, I was not expecting that. I expected him to be really big and menacing, maybe. He doesn't look meek, but anyway, I don't know why I care. He was a horrible drug dealer. Anyway, they're just always referencing him, so now I have the image of what he looks like in my head. Just wanted to check in because I'm kind of in awe of how this author is writing the comparison between the two worlds in Colombia. We have different perspectives, so people that live in a gated community who have money, and then the maid of those people who lives in the slums, and how clever and not cliche and not predictable this author is writing the comparison between those two lives in the one world. There was an interesting moment where obviously a lot of people are dying. Pablo Escobar's on a rampage, and the well-to-do mother is explaining to her children who ask, why are these people dying? She's saying, well, when your time's up, your time's up, and and then explains the sort of standard response to when your child asks you why you die. And Petrona, the maid, who lives in a world where people are fighting to get food on the table, they have doing everything they can. They're joining the guerrillas and fighting against the Colombian army just to get paid to be able to feed their family. They're just doing whatever they can. And of course, a lot of those people are dying. And she makes the point that she doesn't believe that, because in her world, with her life, people are dying unnecessarily early because they're just struggling to make it through. And they're the victims in all of this. Yeah. There's also, we're at a moment now, and I'm not going to give away spoilers because, I want you guys to be able to enjoy the book too. But we're at a moment now where the level of danger in the city has risen, and the well-to-do family have gone away. They're moving away for a period of time until Pablo Escobar is caught. But Petrona has to stay in the city and survive in this life. And the poverty and the hunger is just pushing people into those hands. It's the hands of, they're not nice people that are going to get them killed, basically. I don't know. It's all very sad, but the writing is so well done that it makes it very real, and it makes the difference between the two. Why don't you have pajamas on? Hurry up, you're naked and it's cold. The child's running around with no clothes on. I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, the writing's so well done that the starkness between the two lives is really well written. They're on completely opposite ends of the scale. Yeah, I'm just so enjoying this book. I'm going to continue reading for a little while now. It's really, really good. The place they've driven to find refuge from all of the craziness has a brothel next door, where men sometimes mistake the little girls for prostitutes. That wouldn't be my first point of refuge, but maybe that shows how bad things are in the city. I don't know, but jeez. He's all the way over there. Ugh, that's gross. It's a lovely Wednesday morning here. I've just been and collected another child. So I have 3 that are in there Beyblading. That's the trend at the moment apparently. Yeah, and so we've just done our town jobs and I'm now doing house jobs, but I just wanted to say good morning. I read maybe 130 pages or something, up to 130 pages last night of Fruit of the Drunken Tree, so I'm really enjoying it. Can't wait to sit down and read it with a cuppa, but it's not to be. I didn't get any reading in this morning either. I was busy doing other stuff. It was very worthwhile, that I really enjoyed, but I will hopefully carve out some time to read today. Fingers crossed. Right, back to washing. I haven't even made it through lunch and I need to lie down. I've been up since 3. You saw that. You watched the sunrise with me. But I'm so glad I have a husband who works from home. And he's just given me some time to lie down, so I'm going to read a couple of pages and hopefully fall straight to sleep. Home from dropping the other child back. Hang on, I've got something to share. By now you will have seen my Aussie April TBR, where I'm attempting to read a ridiculous amount of books before the end of the month, which is in, I don't know, 14 days or something. And then I go to the library and I pick up more books. Buddy read. I mean, really? Who do I think I am? I think I'm this leisurely woman that gets to sit around and read all day. Oh my gosh. Let me show you my currently reading pile. There it is. So this is a buddy read with Kate Howe, which I'm super excited about. Plus I'm reading Cersei as a buddy read, which I'm super excited about. And then, oh, Year of Wonders. I have to finish that. There we go. And where's the book that this vlog is about? Fruit of the Drunken Tree. So basically I've just got myself into a world of crazy reading schedules. I might just have to tell my husband I'm on holidays for 2 weeks and just close the door. I need to find some sort of lock. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you how I just rack up the books that I want to read. I just order them from the library. I just commit to lots of buddy reads. I just create outrageous TBRs for awesome readathons. It's all a bit of fun. It makes me happy, but it makes me question my sanity. Right, I can't read now. I've got to cook dinner. I'll talk to you after. Right, it's the night We read Wondersmith. Dun, dun, dun.
Where?
So good. Good morning. It's many, many, many days later. I put Fruit of the Drunken Tree down because I had a couple of buddy reads, and then Aussie April jumped up. But I need to take it back to the library, so I need to finish it. So it is now, it's a Monday, maybe a week and a half later from when I last spoke to you. So I'm going to prioritise Fruit of the Drunken Tree again. I really love it. I definitely want to finish it. I just need to get it back to the library, so I need to pick it up. So yeah, it's really early. It's still dark. But I'm going to snuggle down with that book now. I have to work out where I'm up to. Oh, I'm on page 152. But I don't know what's happening. And of course I've stopped in the middle of a chapter. So I might have to go back and start this chapter again. Pablo Escobar's just been put in jail and everybody's excited. We will see for how long. I know that much. Okay, I'm going to snuggle down now. What I'm loving about this book is that it's not just a tale of how the two different people live under the reign of Escobar in Colombia. It could just be about this is what the rich people do compared to this is what the poor people do, but without giving anything away. There's lots of deception and mystery and betrayal woven into all of it, and it ensures that it stays compelling and it stays interesting. So I'm like over halfway, and this is kind of where books start to lose me if they're just about the same things. But with this, it's like ramping up to something, and I think that's really clever because, yeah, it could just be about Colombian life, but, you know, instead there's a little bit more just to keep us going, and I think that that's really clever. I just wanted to jump on and tell you what I was thinking. The sun's nearly rising. I think I might climb back into bed and read this when the sun comes up, because it's cozier. It's getting cold. Right, that was just a thought. Hi, I've been doing all of the jobs. I wrote a resume today. That was really crap, but it has to be done, I suppose. I made dinner, I made lunch, I did the washing, the vacuum, like all of the jobs. Ugh. And then I just finished, though I still have one more load of washing to get through. And I sat down and I looked to see if the Women's Prize for Fiction shortlist was announced, and it was, and Cersei was on there, which is fabulous, and My Sister the Serial Killer, which is fabulous, but An American Marriage was on there, which is not so fabulous because I don't like that book. Anyway, and then while I've been pottering around, I've been watching Steve Donahue's 6K Q&A. I'm up to part 4. Yes, he has 4 videos answering all of the questions. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I've still got 20 minutes to go, but my children are due home soon. I think I'm going to sneak in some reading. I haven't picked up Fruit of the Drunken Tree, and I thought that I could power through it today and finish it off. Might still be possible. Fingers crossed. I don't know what time it is. What's the time? It's 5:15. Oh, they've got to be home soon. Yeah, so 5:15. I've still got to kind of cook dinner, which I should do now. Okay, this is the plan. I'm going to cook dinner, watch Steve Donahue, rest of Steve Donahue. Then that's me done for the night. I've just got to do bath and beds and probably interact with my children because I haven't seen them all day. Oh yeah, I've got to do that. And then I will read because I would love to finish that off tonight. That would be great. It's such a good book. Right. Oh, I need that. Okay. I'll talk to you when I'm reading after I finish doing all of the jobs. Bye. I am on page 236 and I'm getting near the end of the book. I've only got 60 pages to go. It is hectic and I am there. I am so worried about what's happening and it's been building. The build up to this craziness started a while ago and the author has timed it all perfectly for me. The author has introduced all the little things that grew a bit bigger each time at the right time, when I understood everything, when I was attached. I just think it's really well done. And as I'm reading it, my heart is just beating so fast. It's freaking me out. And because this book started with the ending, so where they are now, and we're looking back, I know how it ends for some of the people. So there's still that, what's going to happen to the others, that that's keeping me really intrigued. Freaking out. I'm absolutely freaking out. I got to keep reading. I hope it's going to end okay. Oh my God. Right, I'm nearly there. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, it's 8:30 at night and I finished it. And finally, I found a 5-star book. I loved this book. This is about Colombia under the Pablo Escobar craziness and the way that the author captured all of those feelings of someone who had to live in that life was amazing. In the author's note in the back, she talks about how she did live that life and how she went through the kidnapping situations and car bombs and the obsession with Pablo Escobar. Yeah, so her writing about that obviously came from such a real place and you could tell, you could feel it, absolutely. There's some thought about how if authors write about their own experiences, that's sort of an easier road to go down. I could see why some people think that no imagination is needed because they've lived the experience, but I kind of feel like it takes a lot to be able to interpret those feelings and those thoughts in a measured way and in a way that isn't just a jumble of all of that, but is a really well-structured story. The way that this author built us up to an amazing climax was so clever, and tying in the fruit of the drunken tree reference right at the end kept me thinking about that the whole way through. The ending was really clever, I thought. Yeah, what did I think about that ending? The ending tied everything up in a way that wasn't unbelievable or wasn't predictable or cliche. It was just really well written. It was really well written. I loved it. If you haven't read it, you need to read it. This I picked up because it's been on my list forever, but also it's part of the Booktube Prize. I wonder whether it's still in the Booktube Prize. Surely it can't have been kicked out. Should we go and check? Let's go have a look. Okay, quarterfinals. Yeah, it's there. Thank goodness. I would have been heartbroken if it hadn't have gotten through. Pick it up if you haven't read it before. I'm willing to guarantee you that you will love it. Thanks for reading it with me. I'll see you in the next vlog.